A political firestorm over a botched government gun-running operation into Mexico is being taken behind closed doors today in the hopes that both sides will meet in the middle. Attorney General Eric Holder and Congressman Darrell Issa agreed to an afternoon meeting to discuss what role the Justice Department played in the botched weapons monitoring program south of the border, known as Fast and Furious, while some lawmakers say they find both the program and calls for contempt charges against Holder troubling. They say progress is being made toward a resolution.
Chairman Issa did something that was pretty good last Friday. He made a decision to take off the table certain documents which would have been illegal for the Attorney General to produce. Wiretap applications, the information about confidential informants, and those kind of documents. So he's taking that off the table.
Republican Congressman Joe Walsh of Illinois is a member of the Oversight and Government Reform Committee, and he joins me now. Sir, it's nice to see you today, and let's talk about the potential for a compromise here. If the Justice Department can turn over partial documents as opposed to all of the documents sought, is that enough for you? And if not, what is?
Boy, I hope so. Look, I think Chairman Issa has displayed great patience throughout this. We've had a subpoena out there since last October requesting some 80 to 90,000 documents. To date, the Attorney General has given us about 5,000 to 6,000, most of which are redacted. I think Chairman Issa has bent over to try to accommodate the Attorney General because, look, holding him in contempt of Congress is a real serious move. Nobody wants to go there, but this is a serious issue, and for some reason they haven't been cooperating. And I hope that he understands, the Attorney General understands how serious this is, and that he's going to make every effort to finally cooperate.
Sir, Congressman Issa, as you say, has demonstrated patience. However, since October, you have been blatantly calling for the resignation of Eric Holder. So what bothers you the most about Fast and Furious, the program it is, and what the government's role in it was?
I guess what bothers me so much, and you're right, I mean, this is an investigation that demands to be had, because we do need to know who knew what when, because we've got a family out there, Brian Terry's family, that's demanding answers. Another security guard was killed. Hundreds of Mexicans were killed. This was such a botched and flawed program. We now pretty much conclusively know that DOJ was well aware of the program, and there's just been such a lack of accountability or even concern on Eric Holder's part. That's what I've found so troubling.
Well, the reason I ask you this is because today on Morning Joe, as we just heard from Congressman Elijah Cummings, he also said that this program, it went unchecked before Holder had ever stepped in to his post. Take a listen.
This whole operation, these types of operations actually started under the Bush administration, and the Bush administration did nothing about it, although they knew about it. When Eric Holder found out about these tactics, he immediately stopped it. He said, no, we're not going to have this. And the other thing that Eric Holder did is he immediately demanded an investigation by his IG.
Congressman, how do you respond to that and what Congressman Elijah Cummings is saying?
Again, to my colleague, Mr. Cummings, that's just not accurate. I mean, we wouldn't be at this point if Attorney General Holder was cooperating. And look, this is a Democrat line that they've thrown out there, that this was somehow started during the Bush administration. Operation Fast and Furious is dramatically different than the operation that went on in the Bush administration. The Bush administration cooperated with the Mexican government. They let the Mexican government know what they were doing. They traced the guns. Fast and Furious, our government under this administration purposely turned the other way and stopped tracing thousands of firearms. So this is a much bigger, a much more serious breach of justice.
We'll wait to see what happens this afternoon after that face-to-face with Eric Holder and Congressman Issa. Republican Congressman Joe Walsh. Sir, thanks for your time.
Good to be with you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.